Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Trade Deadline NBA Special Edition Sports Sit Down. Martino Puccio, Matt Lascelles alongside with you. Final one of the day. Another small forward in the East. Another all-star small forward in the East. Wow. It's really,
They're on the move.
There's a trend.
They're on the move.
Paul George of the Indiana Pacers. We've kind of heard rumors over the course of time, like in and out. Nothing too serious about Paul George being potentially traded from the Pacers. They have Miles Turner, obviously, in the front court, who's a really good young player for the future. We've heard even rumors today that they might potentially trade for Jahlil Okafor, which kind of mind-boggling. But
It doesn't make any sense.
I mean, I think Larry Bird's come out and said that
makes sense for Philly, not for Indiana.
Yeah. I think Larry Bird's actually come out and said that nobody's untouchable on this team. Same time, I don't think in the position that Indy's in right now, they're kind of been a disappointment this year. They haven't been playing as well as they would have hoped after they traded for Jeff Teague.
What are they, 6th seed?
Yeah, no, they're one of the bottom seeds, but I had them as the 3 seed this year. Obviously, wrong on that. But Paul George is one of those really good two-way players. There's always been those debates about him and Kawhi Leonard on which player is really better depending on the team or system that they're in. Blah blah blah. Whatever your argument.
Been put to rest.
Yeah, I think the argument's been put to rest. But nonetheless, I think Paul George is a really really good player.
Indiana's in the 6th seed, yeah.
I think he's a great rebounder. He's shown potential that he could be a really good scorer as well. I think he's just as good as Jimmy Butler, if not better, depending on who you ask. So I think it's really interesting to see what kind of moves will be made, especially for Paul George. Obviously, the Celtics are another team that potentially could get him, as well as the Lakers. Obviously, the two teams have probably the best assets to give in the league, besides maybe the Sixers, but all the Sixers players are hurt all the time. Best fit, what place?
To me, best fit is it stays in Indiana. I think possible move.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Lakers or Celtics.
No, yeah, possible. I'd probably say Celtics, and just the main reason for that is one, again, fits the system and what they're looking for: perimeter scorer, perimeter defender. Jimmy Butler, same thing. But to the Lakers, I don't see it, and that's mainly because
you're gonna have to give up Ingram and Clarkson.
You're gonna have to give up Ingram and Clarkson, and the thing about that is they didn't even want to give up Ingram for Cousins. So I don't. Again, the Lakers. I mean, now it's Magic.
Yep.
Now it's not Kupchak and Bus anymore. So if this happened 2 days ago, maybe Boogie would be on LA. That's just part of it. So maybe now he says, hey, if we got to get rid of Ingram, we got rid of Ingram, who's been underperforming severely, for them, and maybe that's where he makes a move. Then I'd like to see Paul George in a Laker uniform. They have other pieces, and they could be good a lot sooner than they're supposed to be good. The Celtics can use him, obviously.
Larry Bird, Danny Ainge connection as well.
Right.
But I think the important thing now for the Lakers is that what I was talking about not too long ago, and we discuss this off air often, is that LaMarcus Aldridge didn't even give the Lakers a meeting.
Yeah.
In free agency. That's going to change now with Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson comes calling in free agency. Are you really going to turn that down? No, Magic is someone you're going to listen to. He's one of the 5 greatest players of all time. He knows Lakers. He knows Lakers basketball. He knows what he's talking about, regardless of the tweets. He'll put 5 rings on the table, and you tell me who knows basketball.
He also wants to have Kobe involved in some sense of the word. Because he said he wants, if he said the first person he's reaching out to in charge is Kobe Bryant because he knows how to win.
He said that on first
now,
take.
If you're a free agent, you're looking at destinations, and you have Magic Johnson giving you the call, and he said, hey, I got Kobe on 3-way. Yeah, you're going to head out to the next flight to L.A.
It could be a lot of pressure, though, because we saw what happened when Michael Jordan took that front office job with the Washington Wizards.
Right.
Although Kwame Brown was a bust, he didn't do him any favors when they were talking about how he was in practice, how he used to ride him all the time. I mean, each person, each individual is definitely different, for sure. But do you really want that? What experience does Kobe really have as a general manager position? I mean, it's already kind of shoddy to give Magic that as well. I mean, considering he doesn't have as much experience. Yes, I know what I just said in terms of not knowing basketball or not, but it's still a totally different thing to do because we've seen Isaiah Thomas struggle with it, we've seen Phil Jackson struggle with it, and we've even seen Michael struggle with it.
To have Kobe in an organization, somebody that knows how to win with Magic, somebody that has won. it's attractive as a free agent, but you also have to remember, you're talking about what experience does Kobe have as in a general manager situation. I'd argue that he has negative experience. He never wanted to restructure his own contract to help them get better players.
Always
to
complained
win
about
around
wanting
him.
to get traded and stuff like that as well.
But he did nothing to help his own cause.
Yeah, we know.
We know Kobe's great, but when you're accepting $26 million a year, you could easily cut that to 15, and there's two more players. So that's also something you look at as a free agent when you're looking at destinations.
But I think, to what my point was going to be, that say you trade for a player like Paul George, hey, that's a really good player you got right there. And with the Lakers, you just sign one player. You never know who would go there. Maybe I doubt Chris Paul would ever go there, but you never know if Russ. He didn't sign that massive contract yet with the Thunder, so you never know if he might leave to go there eventually. I think there's a bunch of different ways, but I think what the Lakers need right now, obviously. But this is for any team, but especially for the Lakers, if they want to get back to their winning ways, is they got to get a star. And I think the only way they could really do that is because they're banking on the fact that they're hopefully getting a top 3 pick. If not, they lose it this year.
Right.
Again, because the same instance happened last year, they lucked out and they didn't lose it. But at the same time, how much do they value D'Angelo Russell? Because I was talking about him when I was talking about the Magic Johnson hire. How much do they value D'Angelo Russell? How good do they think Brandon Ingram's going to do? Has Julius Randle peaked? How much better can he actually get? Jordan Clarkson, is he more than just a role guy off the
Julius
bench?
Randle's somebody for me that I think has peaked already. His numbers are crazy inconsistent on a game-to-game basis. They've also kind of jerked him around. Hey, you're going to come off the bench. Oh, now you're going to start. And same thing with Ingram. They must be high on Ingram.
But then again,
they
that's
didn't
the
want to
plan.
give him away for Cousins.
But then again, you're right. That's the plan. But that's why I don't think the Lakers are going to make a move. They have 48 hours to evaluate everything. I know Magic watches the games all the time. Kobe's been around there. It doesn't look like Kobe's going to be coming there anytime soon.
I mean, is the first thing Magic Johnson does in the first 48 hours is make a controversial move? It might not be his best
I don't
interest.
think exactly. I don't think it's in his best interest to do that. But I do believe that if Boogie was still on the market, he would have traded Brandon Ingram for DeMarcus Cousins for sure.
Woj just tweeted, Pelinka emerges as a top target for Lakers GM.
Well, it's Pelinka. It's Kobe's agent. It's not actually Kobe. But he did
No,
talk
no.
about Kobe in some capacity coming on as a...
He said they've given up on Golden State's Bob Myers, which you should. So
you should. Yeah. But anyways, that'll wrap it up for us. Paul George... Glad we
got a Woj tweet in on the broadcast.
I know,
Happy
right?
about that.
It's always hold your breath when Woj or Schefter tweets something.
Oh, yeah.
Paul George definitely the least likely out of the 3 players that we were talking about to get traded, in my opinion. So. I think Indy's going to stand pat. I think you just got to keep on waiting and patient. I think things will get crazy eventually, whether it'll be in 48 hours or whether it'll be in June. So that'll do it for us. I'm Martino Puccio, Matt Lasella. Please like, subscribe, share the video to anyone you like. We're interested. We're going to be doing a lot more basketball stuff. Tomorrow we're going to be doing college basketball players breakdown, most likely Josh Jackson, Jason Tatum's, players like that, Jonathan Isaac. So it'll definitely be very interesting, and who knows if there's more trades that happen within the next 24 hours. We will have them. We will be here to update for you. So that'll do it again. Martino Puccio, Matt Lasella one more time. See you later.